The first time was so nice, we had to do it twice. Game 2 of our doubleheader up next on SmeeSports. It's the Aviators and the Bulldogs back at it on the diamond.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable. Well, good afternoon once again from Alliance High School for Game 2 of our softball doubleheader as the Aviators welcome in the Dalton Bulldogs. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on SmeeSports. Well, last game was a fun one. 3-3 heading into the bottom of the 7th inning, and then Tasha Hendershot, she is right behind the dish on your screen. She called game, a 2-run bomb over the left field wall. That was enough to seal the deal. 5-3, Alliance took home that game. They look to repeat the feat in game number 2. An excellent chuck down from Hendershot, a good sign of things to come for the Aviators. As for Dalton, they want redemption. They trailed 3-0 through the first inning last time out. This time around, they want to command this game. They looked good while making their comeback. They were able to put some hits together. The question is, can they do enough in game number 2 to get a victory out of this game and get a split series trip out to Alliance, or will the Aviators take home the win? First pitch is grounded over to the left side, scooped up by White. The throw is not in time. It is an infield single to open up the game for Hannah Wenger. A great start for the Dalton Bulldogs. First pitch coming in at 1:08 p.m. Only 8 minutes off of schedule. Not at all a bad place to be for a doubleheader, especially given that it is in March. Bunt shown, popped into the foul netting. 0-1 the count on May Simmons, now playing shortstop. May last game pitched an excellent outing on the bump. Just was unable to get it done in the end. She surrendered the walk-off bomb, and that was it. 0-2 now the count on Simmons as she is unable to time up White. That was her struggle in her final at-bat, along with a lot of the players on the Dalton Bulldogs. They couldn't time up Lily White. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball over to the left side. They get the out at 2, but not at 1. It is a fielder's choice for out number 1. A good heads-up decision over at short by Lunsford, able to make the play happen at second base. Setting the Aviator defense, it is Tasha Hendershot behind the dish. White on the mound. At first, it's Hendershot. Second, Claire. Shortstop, it's Lunsford. Third is Manier. From left to right in the outfield, it is Cameron, Pasco, and Brown. Speaking of Cameron, she is going back. That ball is down the line in left. At least a double for Doty. She will take the turn, and she will retreat. It is an RBI double for Kenna Doty. Put Dalton on the board, 1-0. What a swing from Kenna Doty, the catcher. A great hit last time out. An RBI double, I believe, as well. So she repeats the feat this time around. It just stays inside the yard. A great bit of hitting. And Dalton strikes first blood in game number 2. Runner at second, 1 away. First pitch ball to Teague, 1-0 the count. Not the start Alliance wanted defensively, but still a lot of time left in this game. We are only now 4 batters into this contest. A lot still can happen. Here's the 1-0. Misses low, 2-0 the count. Lily White last year, one of the best players on the Aviator squad. She is looking to have an even better 2025 campaign and assert herself as one of the best players, not only in the conference, but in the area. Ground ball over to short. The throw from Lunsford to Hendershot is in time for out number 2. A good scoop and chuck from Lunsford, the freshman. And now with 2 away, runner at second base, here comes Veda Wilmuth of Dalton. The right fielder is in the 5-hole for the Bulldogs. 1-0 Dalton on top, and a base hit here could make it 2-0. White winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Wilmuth unable to time the first offering. 0-1 the count. But top of the first, they are exactly where they want to be. Bunt shown, bunt down that third base line, and it dies! A picture-perfect bunt from Wilmuth. And now that will put runners at the corners with 2 away. Great bit of hitting by Wilmuth, just able to push it down the line. No contest from third, and now up steps Geibel. Geibel, a great opportunity to make something happen in the box. It's a 1-0 count to begin her at bat. Whenever you are able to execute a perfect bunt like that, everything just seems to get a little bit better. The 1-0, and it might get even better. It is sent into right center field. It falls. At least 1 run will score for the Bulldogs, and that is the parting line. Put runners at the corners, 2 away, and it is an RBI single from Sarah Geibel. Another great hit from Dalton, and they are cruising in this one. They reset the scenario once again. Dalton looking like a very good side. And that pitch is fouled over to Hendershot, and Hendershot snags it, retiring the side. Fletcher unable to get a good enough hit on the ball. Hendershot snags it and ends the momentum of Dalton. The Bulldogs strike first. We head into the home half of the second inning. It is Dalton up 2-0 against Alliance. A windy afternoon in Alliance as we rejoin the action in the bottom of the first inning. A good game so far for the Dalton Bulldogs. They lead this one 2-0 over the Aviators. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. If you are just joining us, I will say it throughout this entire season. If there is wind, it is not going to be as bad as it was last night against Louisville from Arlington. That wind was about as bad as you could expect it to be. The rain was coming down, the wind was there. Our tent almost flew away on a number of occasions. Just glad that we were able to get out of that one and have a great game in the process. A foul ball there from Brown as she popped it over to the right side. 0-2 the count. It is Peyton Niger on the mound for Dalton. She will be tasked with taking down Brown, White, and Hendershot in the bottom of the first. The wind and the pitch. Fouled into the netting. A good survival swing from Brown. Alliance last time out scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first. They look to repeat the feat here. The 0-2, grounder right up the gut. It goes over to second, but the throw to first is in time from Fletcher. 1 up, 1 down. And now up steps Lily White for Alliance. White, the starting pitcher of game 2. She came in relief for game number 1 and was given the win in the 5-3 overall victory. 1-0 the count on White. The wind and delivery. Ground ball over to the left side, scooped up by Simmons. The throw is in time. 2 up, 2 down. An excellent defensive start for the Dalton Bulldogs, as it appears they are starting to hit their stride. But Tasha Hendershot, the exact player the Alliance Aviators need to ruin that stride. Flashing back to last game, she had the walk-off 2-run homer over the left field wall. And to begin this one, she has a liner into right center field. A 2-out base hit. Hendershot humming on the base path. She will go to second, take a turn, and retreat. A 2-out double for Tasha Hendershot puts Alliance back in business. An excellent cut right up the middle by Tasha. It curves over to that right side, and once it hits that gap, there is no return. Now up steps Cheyenne Hendershot, a chance to help the Aviators. The first pitch she sees is fouled into the netting, 0-1 the count. Based off of the way things are going right now, this could be a higher scoring affair, but the moment we say that, we will no longer have any more runs the rest of this game. 0-2 the count on Hendershot. 2 great deliveries from Niger on the bump. The wind and the pitch. A high flyer in the air over just into right field, and it falls foul. A second life given to Cheyenne Hendershot. Count remains 0-2. After Hendershot, Mia Pasco awaits in the on-deck circle for A-Town. 0-2 the count, bottom 1. The pitch. Cranked into right field, and it is caught by the center fielder, Wenger. A great turn and run, cutting off her right fielder to retire the side. Alliance puts Hendershot at second base, but no other damage. End of 1 at Alliance High School. Dalton 2, Alliance 0, your score. This is OHSAA Softball on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022, Alliance. Two 2-0 Dalton on top in the top of the second inning here at Alliance High School. A good day of softball so far. Alliance taking home game 1 by a final score of 5-3. And so far, Dalton, they are on their redemption arc in game number 2, up 2-0. First pitch of the inning is grounded weakly. Menier scoops the throw. 2-1 is in time. 1 pitch, 1 up, 1 down. Great efficiency by the defense of Alliance. And that was Menier learning from the bunt last game that she didn't charge. Or excuse me, that was this game. That was back last inning. Learning from that, able to make that play there. The first pitch to Wenger is upstairs. 1-0 the count. White looking to settle on into this one. Here's the 1-0. And it will bounce on the plate and over Hendershot, make it 2-0. After Maya Wenger, we go back to the top of the order for Hannah Wenger. (2-0) the count, 1 down in the top of the second inning. The pitch from White, swing and a miss. White, a good get-right offering, makes it 2-1. Lily just trying to hang in and around the zone for the Aviators. To the hip, to the dish, and upstairs. 3-1 the count. Dalton looking to get another base runner aboard in this contest. So far today, they have sent 5 players to the base path. And they will have to wait for number 6. Full count, 3-2. A big pitch upcoming for Lily White. The Aviators just want redemption on the offensive end. The payoff pitch. It is in there for strike 3. Lily White clips the corner. The first strikeout of the game for either pitcher, and it retires Wenger for out number 2. That's the offering that White needed in that scenario. And now we go back to the top of the order. Hannah Wenger, a base hit her first time up. White winds and deals. Smacked right up the gut. A heater right over second base. And it is a 2-out single for Hannah Wenger. Now 2 for 2 on the afternoon in game 2. A great bit of hitting by Dalton. They love the aggressive screamer right up the middle. It gives them a good opportunity to do damage on the base path. Hit number 5 of game number 2. They now turn to May Simmons for hit number 6. 1-0 the count. White getting her grip, taking her time. The wind and the deal. Bunt shown. Bunt down the left field line and foul. A good idea from Dalton. Manier right there to smother it if it would have stayed fair. But as you saw on that attempt, Dalton looking aggressive on the base path. I wouldn't be surprised if they sent Wenger on the 1-1. White gets ready, the wind, the pitch. Chopped foul over to Dalton's dugout. Now a 1-2 count on Simmons. Kind of Doty, the catcher, awaits in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. White getting ready on the mound. 1-2 count, 2 away, runner at first. The pitch, it is skied. It will stay in play and be caught by Hendershot. Tasha able to track her second pop out of the game. This time it retires the side. A simple play, but a tough one to make whenever there is at least an ounce of sun. But Tasha Hendershot proving time in and time out that she is a top-tier catcher. We flip to the home half of the second inning. Dalton on top, 2-0 against Alliance. Five, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the home half of the second for the Alliance Aviators. So far today, 1 hit for A-Town, and it comes courtesy of Tasha Hendershot, who had the walk-off homer in game number 1. First pitch of the inning is low and in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Don't know why it says 0-2 on the screen. It clearly on my end says 1-0. Now it's 1-1. And now it's 1-1 on the screen. Look at that. The scoreboard deciding that 0 equals 2, but 1 does indeed equal 1. Math that I will never understand from Uno's scoreboard. Ground ball left side, scooped up by Simmons. The throw, 2-1 is in time. 1 up, 1 down for the second inning in a row from Dalton's defense. And now, oh, look at that. We actually do have the count perfectly reset. Very good, very nice. And now up steps Caitlin Cameron for the Aviators. She is the number 6 hitter in the lineup for A-Town. First pitch she sees, she barely misses. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. And chopped foul off the ankle. We saw that in game number 1, and as I said then, it remains true here. That is one of the most painful feelings in all of softball or baseball. I would argue it's worse in softball. Similar bat speed, a bigger ball. And speaking of a bigger ball, it lollipops into left field. It is over the left fielder's head. Cameron is turning around 2. She goes to 3, and now she is caught in the middle. The dive, she is out at 2. It goes down as a double, but it's out number 2 for Dalton. What a recovery by the Bulldogs. An excellent relay on the hit over the left fielder, Geibel. Cameron most likely would have had it at third, but the dive back to second base, not enough time to work with. And all of a sudden, a double turns into 2 up, 2 down. 0-1 the count on Menier, the 7-hitter. Now you're looking to get out of the inning, 1-2-3, and that will help her get there. 0-2 now the count on Menier. Still no strikeouts recorded today by Dalton. They look to change that here. The 0-2 popped up right side, foul. A good contact swing from Menier, not enough to get it in play. Count remains 0-2. For Dalton next inning, Doty, Teague, and Wilmoth due up. Another one fouled away, this time to the backstop. Still an 0-2 count on Menier. The pitch. Sent into left field, a good amount of carry, but the center fielder Wenger will cut it off, retiring the side. The Aviators go in order in unorthodox fashion. A double from Caitlin Cameron, but a great relay throw back to second on the return gets Cameron trying to take third. We head to the third. Alliance trailing Dalton 2-0. Top 3 here at Alliance High School. Your score 2-0 Dalton on top. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on SmeeSports. White getting ready to work. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 count to begin this at bat for Kenna Doty, the catcher. A slight malfunction with the scoreboard. We will work through that. Now a 2-0 count. And we are back to our regularly scheduled programming with our scoreboard. 2-0 on Doty. Just a double with 1 RBI last time up. The pitch. Right in there, a good get right from Lily White makes it 2-1. A good recovery offering from Lily. She looks to get back to even here. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball gets through on the left side. Lunsford just unable to get it. A good cut from Doty, and she is on with a leadoff single. And now up steps Lily Teague, the third baseman. Teague so far today 0 for 1 with a ground out. And that is hit number 6 of game number 2 for Dalton. And I believe that exceeds their tally from the entirety of game number 1. 1-0 the count on the third baseman. Corners creep. The pitch. Popped up and well out of play. That will even us up at 1-1. For Alliance next inning, Lunsford, Clare, and Brown due up to hit. 1-1 the count. White coming set. Will fire. Line left side. It's through. It is another base hit for Dalton. 2 in a row. And that will put Doty in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Another good cut in the box by Dalton. This time it's Teague. Teague now 1 for 2 on the day. And that was an impressive bit of hitting. Just lined right into left center field. Always a tough play to make. First pitch of the next at-bat is fouled into the netting. 0-1 the count. Still no one down. Runners at first and second in the top of the third inning for Dalton. Wilmoth had one heck of a bunt her first time up. Bunt shown, and it hits off of her. So she's out. And I believe by rule, both runners do have to return. A great bunt attempt, but it just clips her in the end, so it doesn't matter. Geibel now steps in for Dalton after an unfortunate sequence there. If it wouldn't have hit her, I think the bases would have loaded. First pitch is chopped foul. 0-1 the count. A good opportunity for Dalton to strike once again. White getting ready. Fires the 0-1. Popped up, and it will stay inside the field, but foul off of the net. Now an 0-2 count. It is Skylar Fletcher, the second baseman, awaiting in the on-deck circle for Dalton. 0-2, 2 runners on, top 3. The pitch from White. Line right side, weakly and foul. Geibel starting to battle in the box, just trying to see yet another pitch. That is the name of the game right now. White back on the mound, winds for the 0-2, and it bounces in, skipping to Hendershot, 1-2. A good take from Geibel. Obviously, Dalton, they are eager to score again, but they don't want to get a little bit too trigger happy. Here comes the 1-2. Popped into center field. It could fall, and it is going to drop. A great attempt from Pasco. The throw to 3 is not in time. The bases load. Now they come home. Dalton will score. Going over to third and second base, it is Teague along with Geibel. 1 run scores. Chaos ensues. 2 in scoring position. 3-0 Dalton. What a sequence. It's not an error. It looks like they might call it such, but either way, it was a good diving attempt from Pasco. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 down. Dalton can really start to blow this one wide open. White comes set and fires. Bunt shown. It skips past, and that will bring a run. Will it be interference, though? That's the question. And they do call it interference. So that is out number 2. And it appears Hendershot got clipped in the process. We will step aside in the meantime as Hendershot is treated. This is OHSAA Softball on SmeeSports. Hendershot is helped off of the field by Alliance's training staff. It appears that she will come out of this game, and we will see a change made. We will look to identify the new catcher. I believe it is the freshman Brooklyn Jewell, wearing number 11, so she will come in for the time being, and I would assume based on that injury, they will rest Hendershot for the rest of this one. And to clear the air on that one, it was batter's interference, not runner's interference. The runners return, and the batter is out, so now we should be at Wegner. The pitch, ground ball chopped left side, foul. And we can confirm this is Wegner, the designated player. 0-1 the count. But definitely hoping the best for Tasha Hendershot. White back on the mound. 0-1. 2 runners in scoring position. 2 away. The pitch. Sent into center field. A manageable ball. Pasco gets underneath it and snags it to retire the side. A great play by Mia Pasco, and that prevents any more damage. Dalton able to score 1. We flip to the home half of the 3rd inning. 3-0 Dalton on top against Alliance. Alliance back at the sticks as we enter the home half of the 3rd inning. If you are just joining us, developing story in game number 2. Tasha Hendershot, the starting catcher for Alliance, out with an injury for the rest of this game. We will look to see how she is doing, and there is still a chance that potentially a flex or some other extra sequence could see her come back in, but it appears highly doubtful for right now. Popped up by Lunsford over to the right side of the infield and caught at first base for out number 1. Wegner able to get under that one with ease, and now up steps Lydia Clare, the second baseman. Alliance's offense looking for a jump start. 2 hits so far today, but they are yet to make it past second base. Ground ball, weakly hit to the left side, a tough play. Niger the throw, 2-1 is in time. An excellent pitcher, fielding play for out number 2. The home half of the 3rd inning is flying by as we go back to the top of the order with Alexa Brown. Brown so far today 0 for 1 with a ground out. The pitch, chopped foul right into the umpire. 0-1 the count. After Brown, it would be Lily White for the Aviators. Here comes the 0-1. Misses upstairs, and that will make it 1-1. A very cloudy day in Alliance. Not too much precipitation, knock on wood, expected for today. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and missed. 1-2 now. But throughout this next week, a lot of rain is expected. But Alliance Baseball, they play on turf, so we will have all of those games. The 1-2 popped over to the right side, and it falls foul. Almost the definition of a bloop single for Alexa Brown. Just couldn't curve it back in. Or excuse me, it appears that is Kendall Brown. Alexa Brown is further down. It looked like what we were given was an incorrect order initially. Either way, Kendall Brown is retired as she looks at that one for strike 3. That is strikeout number 1 on the day for Niger, as we will flip the sides and go back to the 4th inning now. Dalton up 3-0 against the Lions. The call to the bullpen has been made by the Alliance Aviators as we enter the 4th inning. It is Elena Manier back on the mound. She started game number 1, and she will take over for what will most likely be the rest of game number 2. 3-0 Dalton on top. A very good spot for the Bulldogs as they have the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the 4th. First pitch of the frame is a strike. 0-1 count on Maya Wenger. There are 3 Wengers batting in a row. You had the 1 in the 8, now Maya in the 9, and Hannah at the 1. 1-1 now the count. It looks like the sun is trying to poke through a little bit here. A 1-1 count. The pitch. It's in there, 1-2. A good offering from Manier as she looks to get back in her stride from game 1. 1-2 on Wenger. Manier winds and fires. Chopped foul into the back netting. A good cut from Maya, a survival swing, but it does the trick. She will see another pitch. 1-2 the count. Manier will come set and fire. Swing and a miss. The first batter Elena Manier sees in game number 2 results in a strikeout. It was an interesting decision to make the swap, but through one batter, it appears that was the right decision for Alliance. And now up steps Hannah Wenger, the center fielder. So far today, 2 for 2. The pitch. She tries walking through it, 1-0 the count. For Alliance next inning, White, Jewel, and Hendershot due up. Manier getting ready, comes set, fires, swing and a miss. The high heat gets Wenger. 1-1 now the count on the leadoff hitter. Throughout this next week, we will be at Alliance a total of 3 times, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for Alliance Baseball. The 1-1, line, left side, and bobbled by Lunsford at short. The throw across is not in time. A heater across the diamond. They score it as a hit. Hannah Wenger now 3 for 3 in game number 2. And now you see why she was batting above 500 entering play today. By going back to what I was saying about Alliance Baseball, Alliance Massillon Perry Monday, Alliance Warren JFK Tuesday, and Alliance Cuyahoga Falls on Thursday. First pitch to Simmons is a strike, 0-1 the count. I believe the next time that we have Alliance Softball is on the road at Marlington. That game will be on April 22nd. The pitch from Manier on the 0-1, sent into center field. Pasco underneath it, snags it for out number 2. A simple play, but a necessary one from Mia Pasco out in center. And now up steps the powerful hitter, Doty. Another player 2 for 2 on the day. An RBI double her first time up, and a base hit her first time up. A lot of powerful, potent hitters in this lineup for Dalton. The pitch. Out of the ballpark to the right side. 0-1 the count, and the graveyard of balls now has yet another victim. There's a couple graveyards in this facility, one off to our right and then the one in left that, unless you are Tarzan, you are not getting to. Here's the 0-1. Misses upstairs. That will even things up at 1-1. Top 4, 1-1 the count, runner at first base. 2 down for Dalton. Elena Manier looking to get out of this inning. The pitch. Misses upstairs about helmet level. 2-1 the count. I like as well the move from Alliance. You go from a pitcher in white who is spot-oriented and fast to Manier, who she likes to get contact. She's a contact pitcher. It benefits Alliance because Dalton, they have power, but that power goes to the outfield. Runner goes. The throw from Jewel is not in time. 3-1 the count, and run number 4 for Dalton now stands in scoring position. After Doty, Lily Teague would be due up next for Dalton. 3-1 the count. Manier sets and fires. Roped left side. It is down for a base hit. Heading home and scoring from second base is Wenger. And getting into second base with an RBI double, it is Doty. Or Lily Teague, excuse me. Or it was Kennedy. I had it right the first time. Either way, an RBI double for Dalton. They lead this one 4-0. That is the second RBI double of the game for Doty. 1-0 the count here on Teague. A very good spot for Dalton to be 4-0 the score. The pitch from Manier. Misses upstairs. 2-0. A good game so far for the Bulldogs. A long way away from a potential run rule, but it is still not out of the realm of possibility. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs now 3-0 on Teague with Veda Wilmoth awaiting in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. A good start to this at-bat for Lily Teague. Patience paying off. The pitch. Lobbed in, skied over to the left side, going on back in foul territory and just out of the reach of Cameron. Count now 3-1 after a very long foul ball. Once again for the Aviators, White, Jewel, and Hendershot due up in the home half of the frame. Dalton now with 10 hits in this game. 3-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Manier works it full. Elena Manier doing a nice job getting this count back to a manageable sequence of 3-2. Manier getting ready. Here comes the payoff pitch. Once again, another long foul ball into Tarzan land. A very nice facility at Alliance High School. The only downside is if the foul ball is hit into the woods or behind, it is going to take a lot of effort to get it back. Maybe the softball budget was up to a couple $100 to get those extra foul balls that are now gone. Count remains full, 3-2. Runner at second base for the Bulldogs. Manier's payoff. It runs inside, and it is a 2-out walk for Teague. She gets backed off the plate. 2 runners on now for Dalton with 2 away, and now up steps Wilmoth. Wilmoth, an excellent bunt her first time up. Last time up, another great bunt. It just hit her in the end. She will swing away and launches it right side, and it will fall foul. I was about to say, if that fell in foul territory, we've seen her bunt. Where is that swing? All day she has been bunting. She gets the swing away signal. And swing away she did. I would say maybe 10, 15 feet away from the wall. 0-1 the count on Wilmoth. Swings away again, pops it left side, and once again it is foul. Too late, then too early. Wilmoth looking for a way to make it at least 5-0 Dalton. 0-2, 2 away, top 4. The pitch. Well, upstairs from Manier, a challenging high heater not offered at by Wilmoth. Make it 1-2. Patience is going to be a big deal here for the Bulldogs. They need to wait, but also protect. And the high heat finally breaks down the Bulldogs. Wilmoth unable to connect. She swings right through, retiring the side, but not before Dalton puts another run on the board. We flip to the home half of the 4th inning. Dalton up 4-0 on Alliance. Bottom 4 in A-Town. A lot of work to do for the Aviators as they trail in Game 2 4-0 against the Dalton Bulldogs. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on SmeeSports. If you are just joining us, for the Aviators, it is White, Jewell, and Hendershot due up this frame. First pitch of the inning is a ball. 1-0 count on Lily White, who grounded out her first time up. White started the game on the mound, but since then has transitioned back to third base where she started the doubleheader. 1-1 the count now on White after a good get-right pitch. The wind and delivery. Misses upstairs on the carryaway. 2-1. This is going to be a pivotal inning for the Aviators. Can they get the remnants of a comeback started? The answer is not quite yet. A beautiful hit, but a beautiful line out in the same breath to Wenger. 1 up, 1 down. A very hard hit ball, but perfectly to the center fielder. And now up steps our new catcher. It is number 11, Brooklyn Jewell. Jewell hits it foul over to the right side. 0-1 the count. Jewell, the freshman, in one of her first pressure situations as an Aviator. The pitch. Down low, the frame not able to help. 1-1 now the count. Alliance looking for a spark. Only 2 hits so far. The pitch, swing and a miss, now 1-2. And in that same breath, one of your 2 hits is now out of the game in Tasha Hendershot. The 1-2, the pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 on the afternoon for Niger. 2 up, 2 down. And now we will see Cheyenne Hendershot, the first baseman, step back in. 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to Wenger in center field. The first pitch of this at bat skips on in. 1-0 the count. As I said on the last at-bat, it becomes even more true here. Alliance needs a spark from somewhere. Hendershot skies it out of play and out of the park. Takes us to 1-1. Niger gets the call and delivers. Ground ball left side scooped up. The throw across the diamond is in time. An excellent pick from Wenger retires the side. The Aviators go in order. To the 5th inning we go in game 2. Dalton up 4-0 on Alliance. Top of the 5th inning in Alliance, Ohio. 4-0 Dalton on top of the Aviators. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Score update from North Royalton. Your final, North Royalton 4, Perry 0. That is a baseball game. We will see Perry on the channel come Monday as they take on the Alliance Aviators in a baseball clash. 5 p.m. first pitch, and you can catch all the action live here on SmeeSports. A good bit of hitting to begin the 5th inning for Dalton as Geibel has a single to right field. And now up steps Skylar Fletcher, the second baseman. Batter's interference her last time up. She looks for redemption and a chance to move along Geibel. First pitch upstairs, 1-0 the count. It is starting to get a little bit more bright here at Alliance High School. That pitch is lined and caught in right field. Brown able to get underneath that one for out number 1. A good catch out in right. Everyone will stay where they were, but now up steps Wagner, the designated player. The pitch. Right in there, 0-1 the count to begin this at-bat for Wenger. Many are trying to settle in. So far in game number 2 from Dalton, a total of 11 hits. They want to make it 12 here, but Manier doing her job very well. Now an 0-2 count on Wenger. This is our sequence of 3 Wengers in a row. The pitch on the 0-2 sails above, and that will give second base to Fletcher. Or excuse me, that will give second base to Geibel. Count now 1-2. Dalton looking for their 5th run of the game, and it is in scoring position. The pitch, swing and a miss. The riser fools Wagner for out number 2. And now up steps Maya Wenger, the 9-hitter. Runner in scoring position, 2 down for Dalton. Ground ball over to short, scooped up by Lunsford. The throw across is in time to retire the side. A great recovery by the Aviators. A leadoff single from Geibel, but no other damage. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning at Alliance High School. All still to play for. Alliance trailing 4-0 to Dalton. Back to the action in the bottom of the 5th inning. Alliance trailing 4-0 against the Dalton Bulldogs. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on SmeeSports. It's Pasco, Cameron, and Manier do up this frame for the Aviators. First pitch is fouled away to the left side. 0-1 the count on Pasco. Niger so far 2 punch outs from the circle. Here comes the 0-1. Missing well upstairs, no dippage, 1-1 the count. A good take from Pasco. Patience will be the best friend of Alliance for the considerable future. Now 1-2 as she is unable to make good contact. It's a battle for Pasco, 1-2 the count. The pitch. Popped over to the right side, and it will fall foul. A decent cut of the bat, but just not enough to put it in play. Pasco still looking for a breakthrough for Alliance. 1-2 the count. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 from Niger of the afternoon, and it retires Pasco for out number 1. Now up steps Caitlin Cameron, the left fielder, a double her last time up. Alliance in desperate need of a spark, being out hit in game number 2, 11-2. Ground ball left side over to short. It's Simmons. The throw across is in time on the lunge for out number 2. A good play from May Simmons. She has had a couple of nice plays in the field after game number 1 on the mound. And now up steps Manier, the third baseman turned pitcher. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball, and it will sneak past Simmons. The backup, the throw is in time. What a great backup play by May Simmons. That is why you back up your fielders. And because of her IQ, the side is retired. 2 putouts in a row from Simmons at short. As you see, it just sneaks past the third baseman, Teague. And the throw from Simmons right on the money. Top 6 and 8 sound. Dalton cruising up by 4. Dalton looking for some insurance as we enter the top of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs right where they want to be, up 4-0 against the Alliance Aviators. If you are just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon. Manier will face the top 3 of the Bulldogs in Wegner, Simmons, and Doty. First pitch is lined left side and foul. 0-1 the count on Hannah Wegner, who so far today is 3 for 3. The Wagners having good games across the board offensively and defensively. Manier looking to make this 0-2. Unable to do so as it just misses the zone. 1-1 the count. But a good doubleheader so far. Game 2 a lot more lopsided than game 1. And that pitch just sails well over the catcher, Jewel. For those just joining us, Jewel in for game number 2 in place of Hendershot, who left this game due to injury. 2-1 the count on Wegner. The pitch. Line left side, and it is through. It is a leadoff base hit for Hannah Wegner. Why not 4 for 4? Wegner, yet another great piece of hitting for Dalton. You talk about unstoppable in a lot of sports. In baseball or softball, it is very rare because at some point, someone stops them. In this game, not the case for Wegner. 4 for 4, perfect at the dish. 0-1 the count now on Simmons. Simmons so far in this game, a fielder's choice, a pop out and a fly out. Bunt shown, strike called, and into second base is Wegner with a stolen bag. Run number 5 now in scoring position for Dalton. 0-2 the count, Simmons looking to give the ball a ride. The pitch, down low and in, 1-2 now on Simmons. Looking forward to next week. We will have 3 Alliance broadcasts. On Monday, they take on Perry in baseball. Tuesday, it's Wharton JFK in baseball. And Thursday, it's Cuyahoga Falls in baseball. The 1-2 popped up left side and out of play. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified whenever we upload or go live. We are trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. Ground ball left side of the infield. Lunsford, the throw to 1 is not in time. Hendershot pulled off the bag. And they will call that, I believe, a hit. Either way, runners at first and second, still no one down. And now up steps Kenna Doty. She is also perfect today, 3 for 3. Bunt shown, pull back, both runners go. The throw down 2-3 is not in time. And that will put 2 runners in scoring position for Dalton. Still no one down. But Doty so far, an excellent game, responsible for 2 runs out of the 4. She could add 2 more on top of it here. 1-0 the count. The pitch, it's in there, ground ball, Lunsford, she will bobble it, and there is no play across the board. A run will score. Dalton leads it 5-0. That puts runners at the corners, and E6. Either way, Doty once again provides. They actually called a base hit in-house. If so, she is 4 for 4 with yet another RBI. Bunt shown, a beautiful bunt. There is no play at home. The play at 1 is in time. The sac bunt from Teague scores another run. It is 6-0 Dalton. Runner now at second base. 1 down for Dalton, but you have to appreciate that kind of small ball play. They make something happen, they get their runs across, and they are in a very good spot now. First pitch is low, 1-0 the count. Runner at second base in scoring position for the Bulldogs, and run number 8 is in the box right now. The pitch. Runs inside, 2-0. Menier needs to take a second and get back her stride. Alliance's offense right now, a very heavy task in the next 2 frames. Menier sets and fires the 2-0. Able to get it in there, making it 2-1. A good recovery from Elena Menier. The battle continues, but the main battle to look at on the board, the difference, 13 hits for Dalton, 2 for Alliance. Ground ball, left field line, out and foul. A good cut, but still just not enough in fair territory. In the on-deck circle after Wilmoth, it would be Sarah Geibel, the left fielder for Dalton. 2-2 the count, 1 down. Menier coming set, will fire. Popped foul into the netting. Count remains 2-2 as the Bulldogs look to fight. A good battle in this at-bat from both parties. Alliance searching for out number 2. Dalton looking for run number 7. The pitch. Ground ball left side, and it's past Lunsford. It is a single for Veda Wilmuth. Hit number 14 of the afternoon for Dalton. That puts runners at the corners with one away. And now up steps Geibel. So we could see a potential run rule depending on how the Bulldogs are able to play the next couple of minutes. Bunt shown, bunt down. There is no play at home. The play at one is in time for out number 2. But Dalton going small ball takes another run, make it 7-0. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Bulldogs. Just keep pushing runs across, get more insurance. And right now their insurance giving them plenty of coverage. Fletcher looking to add on to the lead. Ground ball right side, scooped up at second base by Claire. And the throw to one is in time, retiring the side. Alliance needed an out from the inning, and they finally got it, but not before the Bulldogs add 3. 7-0 Dalton leads. 14 total hits in this game from the Bulldogs. We flip to the home half of the inning. Alliance, a lot of work to do when we return. Eight, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 6th inning for Alliance. They trail 7-0 to Dalton. A big game for the Bulldogs. The main difference, 14 hits from Dalton, 2 from the Aviators. Lunsford pops it up on the first pitch of the 6th over to the left side, and it is caught. One pitch, one up, one down. And now up steps Lydia Claire for the Aviators. And it looks like we will have a change made by Alliance. It is Edison Prasuti, the sophomore, in for Lydia Claire. The pitch. Scoots on in, 1-0 the count. Alliance trying to use all the players that they can to make a change here in game number 2 to potentially spark a comeback. Swing and a miss. A golf cut, 1-1 the count. Alliance looking for hit number 3. That is the first thing they need. One hit, then it needs to lead to more. A good battle, a good cut. 1-2 the count. For Dalton next inning, it is the 3 Wagners due up to hit. Here's the 1-2. Sent into left field. A good cut, and it is over the left fielder's head. At least a double. She will take the turn. She will go. The play at 3 is not in time. A pinch hit triple for Addison Prasuti. Out of nowhere, the Aviators have a runner at third. One heck of a cut from Prasuti. Hit number 3 as we go back to the top. What a cut. First pitch of this at-bat is fouled away by Kendall Brown. 0-1 the count. But all it takes is one swing to make a world of difference, and that is exactly what happened there. The pitch. A good block behind the dish by Doty. Evens it up at 1-1. Seven 0 Dalton still on top. The pitch. Line to right side on the ground. It's snagged at second. A web gem from Fletcher, but the run will score. Alliance is on the board in game number 2. Now 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. The bases will clear. And now we will see Lily White. Alliance, they at least have one. Can they get more? Popped up over to the left side, and it is caught over at third base by Teague, retiring the side. But the Aviators are able to push one run across. We head to the 7th inning, the 14th and final inning of our doubleheader. It is Dalton 7, Alliance 1, your score on SmeeSports. Alliance looking to hold down the fort defensively in the top of the 7th inning. It is Wegner tripled due up this frame for the Bulldogs. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. On the mound for the Aviators, it is still Elena Menier. Now 2-0 the count. But Dalton so far, I have said it a couple of times, the main storyline, 14 hits for the Bulldogs, 3 for the Aviators. The 2-0 misses well upstairs, 3-0 the count. The Bulldogs want to add some insurance, at a minimum, replace the run they allowed. 3-0 the pitch. Well upstairs, it is a 4-pitch walk to begin the 7th. And now up steps Maya Wegner, the first baseman. Runner at first for Dalton. That would be the replacement run. The pitch from Menier. It is in there on the corner. 0-1 the count. A good get right from Menier. From there, she just needs to keep evolving, keep hitting her spots. If she can settle into the 7th inning, it can be a smooth, quick one. And that will help. 0-2 the count. Runner goes. The throw delayed, not in time. That will put a runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs, but an 0-2 count on Wegner. Hannah Wegner in the on-deck circle looking to keep her perfect day intact. The 0-2 hit right side, in the air, caught by Hendershot for out number 1. An awkward catch for Hendershot, but she is able to get there on the pop-out. With one away, now we see Hannah Wegner, the center fielder, step back in. The lefty 4 for 4 today. She looks to make it 5 for 5 here. The pitch misses upstairs, 1-0 the count. But when you have such a potent hitter in the box, there's only so much that you can offer without risking a big hit. Here is the 1-0. Bunt shown, she pulls back. 2-0 the count. Dalton up by 6, still trying to play some small ball as they are ready for win number 1 of the year. 2-0, bunt down left side, a great bunt. The throw to 1 is not in time. It's an infield bunt single for Wegner. And somehow and some way, she is 5 for 5 in game number 2. A dominant day for Wegner. And now up steps May Simmons, the shortstop. A single her last time up. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Runner will go. It is a strike, 0-1 the count. And Hannah Wegner now will take second base. 2 runners in scoring position for the Bulldogs. Menier gets the ball, deals. Misses down low, 1-1. For Alliance next inning, it will be Jewel, Hendershot, and Pasco due up to try and save the game. Here comes the 1-1. Cranked right center field, a good amount of power, but hanging power, caught in center, but it will be a sacrifice fly for May Simmons, make it 8-1 Dalton. A good hit from Simmons. She does her job flying out, but either way, the run that was surrendered in the bottom of the 6th is indeed replaced. Canadoti, a big hitter, 4 for 4 so far, a chance to make it 5 for 5. Grounder left side, scooped up, the throw to one is in time, retiring the side. 2 quick outs in a row recorded by the Aviators, get them out of the inning, but Dalton able to plate 1. The Aviators need 7 to tie, 8 to win in the home half of the 7th inning. Final 3 outs of the game up next when we return. The Dalton Bulldogs are 3 outs away from their first win of the 2025 season. It is Jewel, Hendershot, and Pasco due up this frame for the Aviators. This is OHSAA Softball live on SmeeSports. The first pitch of the new frame is hit left side on the chop, and it is fair! The first career varsity hit for Brooklyn Jewel gets us underway for the bottom of the 7th. That is one way to potentially start a rally, and now up steps Cheyenne Hendershot, the first baseman. Alliance a ton of work to do, being out hit 15-4 in this one. Hendershot left side, it's through! 2 singles in a row for the Aviators. After having 3 hits in the prior 6 innings, it's 2 in a row, 2 runners on now for A-Town. Mia Pasco steps in, trying to keep the rally going. The question is, how close can Alliance get to Dalton? The pitch, bunt shown. It is foul. 0-1 the count. A good idea from the Aviators, but just unable to keep it in play. Looking forward to Dalton's next games. They will have a doubleheader, split days, at and then at home against Smithville, at Canton South, and then a doubleheader at Wadsworth next Saturday. 0-2 the count now on the foul bunt. Alliance with this loss, assuming the result holds, they would drop to 1-2 on the year. Here comes the 0-2. Misses well upstairs. Makes it now 1-2 on Mia Pasco. Niger sets and delivers. Hit to the right side, and it is a blooper, but caught in right field. The throw back to 1 is not in time. Almost a double play as Hendershot does all she can to get back, making it only 1 out. A good catch, though, in right field from Wilmoth. Dalton 2 outs away from sealing a win, and now up steps Caitlin Cameron. The pitch, ground ball to the left side of the infield. They get the step on at 3, but not the throw over to 1. The final countdown will sound for Dalton on the fielder's choice, and still it's runners at first and second for the Aviators. It is Manier, the final hope the Aviators have of putting another run on the board. The pitch. Fouled into the netting. 0-1 the count on Minear. 14 innings combined in 2 games. All comes down to this. The pitch. Popped up to the right side. This can do it, and it is caught. Wagner books it for Dalton. The Bulldogs win their first game of the new campaign, taking down Alliance 8-1. A stark contrast between Game 1 and Game 2 of our doubleheader. 5-3 Alliance in the first one on a walk-off home run. This one, a little bit more clear-cut from the Bulldogs. They win it by 7, a dominant performance, and they will now stand at 1-3 on the year, looking to regroup as they take on Smithville next week. Looking forward at our next broadcast on Monday. We will be here at Alliance High School for some baseball. 3 baseball games next week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all of them starting between 5 and 5:30 as they take on Perry, Warren JFK, or JFK Catholic. And then on Thursday, they take on Cuyahoga Falls. Once again, all starting between 5 and 5:30. I think it's 5, 5:15, 5:30. I am most likely wrong with that. I know one's 5:30 and one's 5, so we will see when those are happening. On Wednesday, it won't be a game on the channel, but we will be over at Mount Union. I will have the call on Mount Union Boxcast as the Purple Raiders welcome in Baldwin Wallace for a men's lacrosse battle. On Friday, we return to Parma at Ron Model Field. Tri-C takes on Clark State. As of right now, the Triceratops winners of 17 in a row. A doubleheader today that could take them up to 19 straight wins. They will look to get into the 20s against Clark State. 4:30 and 6:30 next Saturday, or Friday, excuse me. On Saturday, it is Holy Name and North Royalton. The Green Wave begin their campaign at North Royalton. The Bears winning their first game of the year against Massillon Perry 4-0 today. That will be a 12 p.m. first pitch here on the channel. And next Sunday, I believe it is 12 and 2 at Tuscarawas Central Catholic as KSU Tusk takes on Alice Lloyd in a collegiate doubleheader. A whole host of games coming up. Pretty much everything will be back-to-back-to-back and so on and so forth. I believe a good stretch of days in a row of games. You do not want to miss those. To stay up to date on all the games that I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. But that will do it for our coverage of this doubleheader. Alliance takes Game 1, 5-3. Dalton takes Game 2, 8-1. From Alliance High School, we will see you back here across the way on Monday as the Aviators welcome in Massillon Perry for a baseball clash.